You know, said I was going to do a Commander's Month, got sick, now this is all delayed, but I did remind myself of one thing because I did a little extra research on this video. Why is Bull Halsey the way he is? He should have been a CV commander. Really? Why? Why, Wargaming? What the crap were you thinking? Hi everyone, I am Sly47. Let's go over where you should put your commanders, at least in my opinion. This is a new player or prospective buyers focused video. Veterans, I know you probably know exactly where all of these go, but I'm going to cover a bunch in this video. Let me know in the comment section down below any that I miss, any unique combos or anything that you'd suggest. These videos are definitely going to be something of, hey, cool, at this moment, these are where these commanders go. These are where these commanders maybe have unique situations where they work really well for a ship. So love to have those down there. I'm going to kind of go for the general one, but veterans, if you want to add in your 2 cents down below in the comment section, that would really help out. Kind of give this a nice little state of the union of where these legendary commanders should go for new players and everything, more prospective buyers, people that are looking to go, is this legendary commander worth it for a particular line? So please put your information down below. Now, this is not a builds video. If you are looking for that, I have 2 videos in the past that cover it that are still quite relevant. Else, jump on Discord to get a more up-to-date builds item. And on top of it, a lot of times these legendary commanders work for different lines, and you're going to want to tweak them for particular items or what ships you plan on using them for. So in reality, if you really want an updated build, go join up on Discord. Someone will definitely help you and show you the ropes on exactly how to set up your legendary commander for any particular ships that you're looking for, or maybe even I will be able to help you as well on Discord. So please join up on Discord for builds on this one. This is mostly just going over where I would put these legendary commanders and why they work for those particular ones. Nothing more than that. I don't want to make this a super long video, so let's jump into it right now. But first, before we get going, thank you to Tach and the CIC website for helping me gather up all of this data on all of these commanders. It's why you can see all this white light on here. I got the CIC website. I've got a massive Excel spreadsheet in front of me. I got my notes in the middle. So let's get into it. But thank you and special shout out to them. Go check out the CIC website for more information on all legendary commanders or all ship-related items in World of Warships Blitz. Okay, now let's actually get into it. Now, we're only going to be going over 3 nations today. I'm going to spread this over a few videos so they're a little bit shorter, sweeter, to the point type of idea. Today, we're going to be going over the United States, Japan, and Britain's commanders over here. So let's start off with the United States. We have William Bull Halsey. Why is he not a CV commander? I'm not. It's why? Come on. Okay, let's actually go into him. So he does actually have Fire Supremacy Plus, which basically makes him perfect for the Somers or the Monahan. These 2 are kind of where I would say is gimmick is right there for it because of Fire Supremacy Plus and that alone. If you want to use him for his Angry Bull and Adrenaline Rush Plus and Honor Seeker Plus abilities, then I would definitely more go for the Buffalo, Cleveland, Austin, just because of the amount that Adrenaline Rush Plus helps, makes the Austin actually have a massive minigun effect when it gets on low health and everything, so you could do on that. But then also the Vermont. Technically, you could help out with that reload and give a little bit extra damage. It gives that extra slapping power that he offers with Angry Bull. But overall, Bull Halsey, kind of a meme commander, goes with anything. So anything you want that is high DPM, he pretty much goes on and helps out no matter what at low health or mid health type of idea. So I can suggest him, but he's definitely not a required commander in this game. Next up the block, we have Thomas Kindaid. Now, he is pretty much the cruiser USS commander. He goes on the Worcester if you want to make the Worcester just straight up blatantly overpowered with the air defense expert and just battlefield support plus, so you get even additional radar on top of it. But to me, I personally put him on the Des Moines. Gives you 2 radars, which generally I've figuratively seen a DD crap its pants because it thought I did not have another radar available to me, and I popped it and killed it immediately. It was like, oh, he used it early. Ha, I got you now. And I'm like, no, you don't. So yeah, for me, Kindaid, I'd prefer him on the Des Moines, but if you just really enjoying the Worcester and you want to make that boat just even that much more powerful, that is a great position for him to be in. You can technically use him on other things because he does with Extinguisher Plus and Generalist Plus make him a little bit tankier, but there's a better option for most of the battleship lines here. And speaking of the Vermont line, we have George Dewey. This is the battleship commander that is going to make the Vermont line absolutely tanky in this line. A lot of people don't know how to hit the Vermont because of its just massive belt that you can generally hit, which pretty much absorbs a lot of shells. If you can hit outside of that, generally the Vermont isn't really that tanky at all once you learn that, but overall, a lot of people just don't understand that. But with Extinguisher Plus, Compartment Maintenance Plus, and Horizontal Production Expert Plus, if I can talk, all three of those make a ship incredibly tanky, so it does help out there, but its Precise Aiming Expert allows the Vermont to have a lot of precise aims with a 10-second window instead of a 20-second window, and a quick cooldown on that in order to help the Vermont snipe a lot better, so Dewey can help out a lot with that. Minor note right here with George Dewey, do not put him on the Louisiana line. Do not. That Horizontal Protection Expert Plus actually makes your deck armor absorb even more shells. So just an FYI on that one, don't do that. Now on to William Sims. This is the Destroyer Commander. We got pretty much, you're going to be putting him on the gearing line. He is perfect for it with Mistweaver Plus. Really helps out a lot on that. So any destroyer that you want, he helps. And then on top of it, with the Sixth Sense ability, kind of tells you when to out. So if you aren't actually going down the gearing line or anything like that, and you have Sims, I would definitely put him on a cruiser overall, because that Sixth Sense is key and critical to knowing that I'm getting a little too much pressure, let's back away. So Sims is great for that. Also, kind of notes on here, we got the Rochester, which would also be a great thing, because on top of it, Mistweaver Plus helps it out as well. Now on to Alriegh Burke. This is another Destroyer Commander. Yeah, I know we have multiple, but another one that really specs itself well into the Somers class on this one, because you have the Torpedo Reload Expert, which allows you to get your torpedo reload back faster. So if you have the Somers, Alriegh Burke, technically the better option to go on the Somers than anything else, but at the same time, just because of Daredevil Plus and Mistweaver Plus, goes on the gearing quite well if you have that. So highly can suggest him if you are going up the gearing line to help out with that if you don't happen to have Sims already. Now to Valkyrie Evening Breeze. You can put her on the Midway, but you also can put her on the Louisiana line in order to help out those dive bombers overall. But yeah, pretty much Midway makes your dive bombers even more annoying and set even more fires and do even more damage when people set on fire. So yeah, that's just pretty much disgusting on that one. Now on to yet another CV commander. We have Richard H. Best. This is once again Midway or Louisiana line. If you want to buff them with these, they're there for you. To me, not really required, but they do help just a little bit on those CVs. Now, Oldendorf. Oldendorf is basically Vermont line, but because of APCS Plus and Crossing the T being so freaking strong, he works on just about anything. You want to put it on Vermont? Perfect. You want to put him on Montana? Amazing. Put it on Des Moines? In my opinion, even better. You want to put it on Louisiana? Yeah, now you've made a overpowered powerhouse of a ship. Oldendorf is an absolute pickup if you enjoy high-tier, heavy-hitting AP USS ships. Absolutely insane. All premium BBs and heavy cruisers will benefit from him. He is just absolutely nuts. Obviously won't help out a DD or anything like that, but those larger shells, yeah, he's going to help out a lot. Now we have D. Miller. For me, this is the Worcester commander. In my opinion, Kindaid can go right to Des Moines, because that way it helps out that way. And for me, I put him right on Worcester. Just buffs the AA. You don't really need that many buffs for the Worcester anyways, so you literally get him to level 6, and pretty much, yeah, you don't need anything more out of D. Miller. You can rank it up, eventually get APCS. Not really required. Does help. But yeah, D. Miller, super easy slot in for the Worcester or any ship you want to buff the AA on. He just generally helps, which is great. Captain Gingerbread, we have Honor Seeker Plus and Torpedo Alert Plus, basically heavy cruisers. This will just help you with a easy early kill, get a little extra damage for the rest of the game, and then on top of it, basically have a soft sonar up at all times. This is what Torpedo Alert Plus generally does, is give you that great overarching sonar during your entire game, so definitely it's a good pickup for any other ship. But I would say heavy cruisers for me is where I would put Captain Gingerbread if I had him. Now on to Japanese legendary epic commanders. We have Yamamoto here, which, surprise, surprise, goes on the Yamato. I know, shocking, right? With APCS plus, Citadel Strike plus, Marksman, Sixth Sense, just Artillery Maintenance Expert plus, Demolition Expert plus, does everything perfect for it. Though I can say works pretty well on Yoshino as well, just giving those long-range punchy AP guns even more punch and everything. So highly can suggest using on that, but pretty much any battleship Yamamoto works on. Now onto Ozawa. Now he's generally used as the Hakuyu commander, but at the same time you technically could use him for Shimikaze and even Blacks Out because of Engine Overload plus, Giant Hunter plus, Exploit Weakness plus, and stuff like that, or even Fire Supremacy plus. He has that kind of mixture between just basically anything that shoots torpedoes. He generally helps. Anything with engine boost, he helps. So generally I'd say Hakuyu, but you can technically still use him on IJN DDs and a few other unique premiums, especially Blacks Out with that Engine Overload plus and Giant Hunter plus, in order to get that damage on those torpedoes up and a little bit longer on the engine boost. Now on to Togo. I'm not going to start slaughtering names too early in this video, though I probably already have. So let's get into it. Togo used to be the Zhao commander line. For me, it's definitely switched over that he is now the Yodo commander line overall, because I believe Zhao actually benefits from other epic commanders a little bit better than Togo does. But if you want to go down the Zhao line and you have Togo, use him. He's also available for that. He does work on the Harugumo line and technically the Yoshino as well, but I'd definitely say there's other commanders I would use for Yoshino on top of that. But yeah, Togo, definitely the Yodo or Zhao line. If you want to, you can use him on Harugumo, though there is a better one on that. Which, speaking of the better one, Mikawa. So Mikawa is for the Shimikaze or the Harugumo line. Personally, to me, I think the Harugumo line benefits best from him, as there's other commanders, once again, that benefit the Shimikaze even better. But basically, engine accelerator, smoke, and torpedo reload helps out a crap load. And on top of that, Hayate is currently in the shipyard. Yeah, technically, Mikawa makes the Hayate even better because it buffs everything with Night Raid, giving you plus an additional smoke, engine accelerator, and a torpedo reload. Just makes everything better. I do believe there's also some tier 7 IJN DDs where Mikawa also helps out, making them have that capability of basically being a lower tier Shima more often. But Mikawa is your DD commander pretty much, and anything that has smoke, he buffs. Anything that has engine accelerator, torpedo reload, helps. He just does that all better there. Now on to Tanaka. So the reason why I said that Mikawa should go on Harugumo is because here's the, in my opinion, probably the best torpedo boat commander out there for Japanese ships, which is Tanaka. His ability to lower the concealment on your torpedoes means that your torpedoes are going to get closer before people spot them, which is absolutely nuts. For me, I actually put him on my Zhao because that way it's just this sneaky little bugger with even sneakier torpedoes, which is even better. But technically, he works on all Shimikaze line. Technically, could even already work on, Harugumo line. Once again, anything with torpedoes. But yeah, for me, I put him on Zhao just to make him that much more dangerous of a ship at tier 10. But yeah, use him on Shimikaze works just as well on that one. Now, Oda Mori. Oda Mori was supposed to be the Yodo line commander. Battlefield support plus and Daredevil plus. Okay, Daredevil plus, you got something there. But Yodo doesn't have a radar. So, Wargaming, when are you going to add a IJN ship with radar to make him worth the damn on anything? Yeah, technically he works on Yodo with the Daredevil plus to help out the wiggle factor. But, yeah, Oda Mori doesn't really offer much, so he's kind of just better than nothing. So, yeah. Now, onto another CV commander, and technically he kind of almost works, I'd say, almost a little bit better than an actual Ozawa build overall, but better plane speed and better torpedo bombs. I'm not going to slaughter the name. I'm just going to put it in text down below so you guys can see. But, yeah, he's for the Hakuyu line or any IJN CVs. He helps. Next up, we have the Crimson Shogun with Honor Seeker Plus and Victorious Charge Plus. This just helps any ship. It's better than a regular commander there. So if you want more health when you kill anything or more damage when you get a meta early on in the game, this helps. It's just basically there. So any IJN ship you want. We have Toman. He has a dogfight specialty and special precision bombing. Hakuyu again, any CV will work. He'll help. Then Andromeda. We have Daredevil Plus and IFHE Plus. This is Yodo line or Zao line, pretty much. You technically could go for Haragumo, technically, but I think there's better commanders to slot in there. But yeah, Yodo line or Zao line, if you don't have any other legendary commanders or epic commanders, to slot in those positions. Finally, onto British commanders. Now, British commanders, there's a lot of overlap. So you're going to be hearing ships reappear and reappear under almost every single commander in this area. It's because they just all are just straight up amazing. I'd say getting a bunch of different HMS legendary or epic commanders is kind of one of the best ways to enjoy a lot of the HMS lines, because they all kind of work for each other. There are more optimal builds for certain ones, but if you happen to not have the main one, there's other commanders that work for many different lines. So just to let you know, HMS commanders, a lot of them are good, but there's a lot of intertwining, so get ready to hear a lot of ships over and over and over again on this one. So we have David Beatty. This is your Minotaur line, in my opinion, but you technically could also use for the Goliath, even St. Vincent, and Incomparable due to the Citadel Strike Plus on that one. But realistically, with Sixth Sense and Mistweaver Plus, David Beatty makes the Minotaur just straight up amazing. Goliath can definitely help out with that, but there are better commanders for that. But yeah, Minotaur line straight up really strong on this one. But the Sixth Sense is really where it makes it great, because the Minotaur needs to know how many people are shooting at, to know when to cloak up and get out of there, because it's just such a very fragile ship, but with a lot of firepower. Moving on to Nelson. So Nelson used to be Conqueror line. No, it is the St. Vincent line now. He fits so much better on the St. Vincent line, makes it absolutely nuts with that Survivalist Plus, giving that additional health and capability along with Adrenaline Rush Plus, so you can really sit at a low health in the St. Vincent and really rack up a good bit of damage with that Adrenaline Rush Plus. You won't be taking IFHE Plus on the St. Vincent line, but you will be taking it on the Conqueror line. Just an FYI on that for a little bit of a build situation. And once again, you can also work on Goliath, because Goliath likes to have additional health too. So pretty much anything with high HE, anything with that wants a lot of health, Nelson helps out with it. But yeah, St. Vincent is the general pick for me. Now onto John Jellicoe, the Goliath commander. Technically can work on the Conqueror as well, just because, hey, more health, the better. Pretty much because of that Survivalist Plus and Fully Prepared Plus. But with Mistweaver Plus and IFHE Plus, John Jellicoe just makes the Goliath line very comfortable. Without him, the line pretty much has one usable ship. With him, the line generally feels usable overall, just because of how much he offers to that line. And once you get him on the Goliath, makes it a very competitive ship in this meta, because it just keeps on printing itself a new ship every time you see it pop back up again. You're like, I just shot that ship down to half health, and it's like, no, Goliath's like, nah, I got a few more heals left. I've got all the health left. But he does have a unique situation with the Druid. Makes the Druid absolutely nutso tanky with that, once again, Survivors Plus Fully Prepared Plus, makes it absolutely tanky at all get out. So if you have the Druid, you get John Jellicoe, you're going to have a very good time, but it's very annoying to deal with as an enemy ship player. So yeah, Druid right there for him, as well as a unique situation. But there's a bunch of places that Jellicoe just works, because he makes everything tankier. Next up, we have Andrew Cunningham. He is generally considered the Malta commander, though I will say, if you don't like CVs, he goes right perfect, right into daring, because he has crippling blows, which is a unique capability of doing 100% damage with his torpedoes to modules. So no engine is safe, technically, because, once again, Mistweaver Plus could also go perfectly right on Minotaur as well, to kind of make your Minotaur more of a torpedo boat rather than a gun boat with Mistweaver Plus and everything that Beatty offers. But yeah, he works really well. If you have an Eagle and you happen to put Cunningham on him, no engine is safe ever. No engine is safe ever in that game. It is horrifying to see how many modules you get from an Eagle with Andrew Cunningham on that. So yeah, if you want to buff anything that has Mistweaver or has smoke and wants to do a little bit of damage with the torpedoes, Cunningham is a absolutely fantastic pick for that. And finally, onto Blackbeard, the last legendary commander. And after those 4 amazing legendary commanders, you go, man, Blackbeard must be really good too. No, he's very basic. He's very basic. You put him on anything. All of his skills and all of his capabilities just generally help. There's nothing that he does anything special. So if you have a ship that you want a better than normal commander, he's going to help. Yeah, Blackbeard was a bit of a letdown because we thought that Blackbeard was also going to be a multi-nation or multi-ship, kind of have a unique setup, and he ended up just being another legendary commander that's got mediocre skills. Especially when, once again, compared to the other four, Blackbeard sucks in comparison to the other four. And there are epic commanders that do more for ships for multiple different nations than what Blackbeard does as a legendary commander. So he's better than nothing. Let's move on to the epic commanders. Harold Blackwood. So any ship, because he has high alert plus and adrenaline rush plus, just helps out generally with any ship to get a little of their repairs back. Anything that's flammable, it's something that's lighting up a little bit too much, he helps. His skills are just okay on that. Now to Collingwood. Collingwood is for the Conqueror line. Pretty much if you want to buff that Master Reloader Plus, which is very powerful for that line, definitely could suggest it, though I will say there's better pickups. But hey, if you have them, you might as well use them on the Conqueror line. You can use it for the Collingwood, the actual ship out there, but that's if you can stomach that ship, because the Rodney kind of came out there and the Nelson exists, which are two ships that are just straight up better than the Collingwood, so I just wouldn't even worry about that. So if you have them, use them on the Conqueror line, and hey, technically he helps out the Collingwood a little bit, yeah. Next up, John Fisher. He has Generals Plus and Naval Bill. This is going to be pretty much for the Nelson. Nelson has an inherent capability of earning more credits than other ships for its tier, so now Naval Bill allows you to earn even more credits, so yeah, he pretty much prints money for you right there. Now on to George B. Rodney. This is the Conqueror line once again. Anything that you want to help out with that terrible deck armor, he helps out with Fully Prepared Plus and Horizontal Perfection Expert Plus. But yeah, that's pretty much, you want something to be tankier, he helps. He does. There's a lot of other better commanders for the Conqueror line on that, which, talking about one, John Tovey. John Tovey is the only commander with APCS Plus in this entire British area. And pretty much, guess what? St. Vincent, Incomparable, Vanguard, Marlborough, and oddly Conqueror. He helps out all of them. I'm putting him on my Conqueror line, actually, and making him my Conqueror, Vanguard, Incomparable commander on that one, just because APCS Plus makes the Conqueror an amazing mid-range brawler on that. But yeah, St. Vincent helps out. If you don't have Nelson, he's right there for you. If you don't have anything else, Tovey helps out, and I think he's also pretty easy to acquire. Next up, we have Triangulum with Mistweaver Plus and Fire Supremacy Plus. Now, there's no torpedo reload ship in this game right now for Britain. Not sure what that does, but hey, it's Mistweaver Plus, so I'd say put him on any ship that you want better smoke and you don't have a commander for it. I put it on the Goliath because I don't have John Jellicoe, so yeah, that's just... Mistweaver Plus is the only ability pretty much right here for Triangulum. Now we have Brady here. This is the Engine Overload Plus and Adrenaline Rush Plus. Pretty much any ship, as most ships don't have engine boost, and AR Plus helps any ship overall. I'd say probably DD's right there. He's oddly supposed to come out with the Tiger 59 camo for, St. Patty's Day, but I don't get his capabilities. I don't know what they're thinking on this with this commander, but he's Adrenaline Rush Plus. It's there for you. And then finally, we have Morgan with IFHE Plus and Daredevil Plus. Personally, this is Goliath Conqueror right there. Anything that you want additional mobility with that Daredevil Plus, which also could be used definitely on Daring as well, and better HE. So I'd personally say Goliath or Conqueror just because you want that IFHE Plus, and hey, a little extra mobility on both of those ships never hurts overall. And that is all for this video. Next week, we're going to be going over Germany, Russia, and France. Let me know in the comment section down below where you put your legendary and epic commanders for these nations today. And then on top of that, let me know if I missed any special combos. We want to make sure that those get known and kind of written out for new players of this game, or even players that are looking of, hey, what are some fun combinations for these commanders? As much as we need a commander rework, that's probably going to be a little bit on that until that happens. But if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell to see whenever a new video or stream goes live. Join up on Discord to get any builds information that you need, as plenty of people are willing to help on that. Thank you so much to the CIC website and TAC for helping get me all of this Excel spreadsheet and this information out for users. Definitely does help. Go over and check out the CIC website, as I will put the link in the description down below. Special shout out to the YouTube and Patreon subscribers. It really does help out support. If you want to join them, Of course, the Linktree link is down below, or the join button is right next to the subscribe button if you haven't clicked that. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.